Hey guys, it's Alice. Today I wanted to show you one of my favorite books. It's this beautiful book about dinosaurs, and you can see here it's called Mesozoic Art, edited by Steve White and Darren Naish. And this is a compilation of lots of different paleo artists' books, or rather artworks that they've created. Some of them have their own books as well, but this is so beautiful. There is a few of these. There is Dinosaur Art 1 and 2, and then this one, and they actually also just brought out Mesozoic Art 2, which is the one after this, and I have all of those, but this is one of my favorites. And it's this beautiful, like, sort of stippling artwork that we can see here. This is the first page, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we have Dinosaurs and Other Ancient Animals in Art by Bloomsbury Wildlife. And so this is the contents page, and this shows you all of the different artists. Here there's also a foreword by Daryl Whitelatch, and then these are all of the different artists, and so they're sort of like the chapters, and then they have really different art styles, which is so cool. And one of my favorite is actually Mark Whitten, and I have a couple of his own books because I just love his style so much. And this is the foreword here. You just see these beautiful aquatic scenes, and I do paint my own dinosaurs, but I really struggle with aquatic scenes because underwater is just really tricky. But here's the first artist, Gabriel Ghietto, from Venezuela, and we can see that he's so cute. This little dinosaur on top of the little crocodilian, and these ones, I actually did a drawing of these ones. They're the Longisquama, and we've only found, I think, one actual fossil, and they have these really cool, like, frond feathers coming off their back, and they just look so strange. We can also see a little flying dinosaur, a little gliding dinosaur on the back there. Some more aquatic scenes. I love to see them interacting like that. It's so cool. We have Joshua Knoop. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but he is from I can't even see where he's from. Am I reading that wrong? I'm not sure. Luxembourg. I think that's where he went to university, so maybe he's from Luxembourg. And these are sauropods, which is like the family of the long-tailed dinosaurs, and they are my favorite kind. Like in the other video, I showed you my little porcelain figures, and they're like these ones. It's like this one looks like it's doing some sort of mating dance, or it's just very cool. And I love this one. The Spinosaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs, and they were very aquatic, and it just looks so cute, even though the Spinosaurus is one of the most biggest and violent, scariest dinosaurs. It just looks so cute and pretty there, and it's so cozy, and like the lily pads and the water. And here we have some, they're called, I don't know how you would pronounce that. And I actually really find this one interesting because this looks like a scene from my country, Australia, but it's actually like in England or Wales back in the Upper Triassic. So it was obviously a very different kind of environment back then. But I always just think this looks like Australia because that's what the arid areas of my country look like a lot. That's so cute. We also have this swimming theropod up here. So the theropods are like the family of the bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs. So that's like the T-Rexes and the velociraptors and all those kind of ones. Corbin rainbow. Sorry, this is absolutely amazing. I love this one because it really gives like the scale of these. Because yeah, like the tail is so long that it's going into the mist. Because these guys were like, you know, like 40 meters long. So that's just like so far. And I really like this one because of the colors, and it's really cool because they can sort of, you know, make up a lot of colors, but also based on the sort of environment we found them in. But when you look at some of the animals in our world, like zebras, if you just found a fossil of those, you wouldn't really think that they would be black and white striped, but they are. So, and like so many different colourful birds. So I think it's actually really fair that artists can make up these really interesting colours for dinosaurs because, well, it's definitely like, you know, plausible that they would have really far out colours just like some creatures in our world do. And I like this one. I always like the ones when there's like, they're just hanging out, like the little ones on top of the big ones, you know. We now have Stephanie Seasick. I hope I pronounced that right. And she is from the University of Maine. Well, that's what she studied. I don't know. Oh, she's from Maine. Swan Island in Maine. Sorry, I didn't see that. So that's in the United States. And we have just more dinosaurs. That one's really nice. Some sketches. I really like this one because look at that. And this one looks like it's digital, but it sort of looks sort of like oil pastels. You know, I definitely think that they were going for that sort of effect. Now we have Emiliano Drugo, and they are from Venice. And these really cool images like this one. And this is a sauropod who's on a floodplain in Morocco, it says. And there's all of these little crocodilians, and they're just running away from the big sauropod. And that's just, there's like thousands there. We also have this really cool pentaceratop with a really cool head fronts, and also this sauropod here, which, look at that tail, the way it's going around, and that's just so cool. And I love this sort of environment. It's like marshland with all the different colours. That one's really cool. Look how little his head is. He's just got a little head. I really find the big insects to be really scary. I don't like those. And here's a fire. And I read about this one because they actually found this T-Rex, and it didn't have a tail, and so it obviously lost it. And here it is, like hunting for dead animals in like this after a bushfire or a wildfire. We call them bushfires here. And they don't really know maybe why it had the wound, but they found this fossil of this, so it lost its tail, so it must have had a bit of trouble maybe staying upright because they wouldn't have so much balance. And then some more marine ones, which I just love. Oh my gosh. That one's really scary. It's like one of those. The ones that we have are the bioluminescent fish that we have. And now Lucas Atwell, and they are from Argentina. And this one's really cool. This is so colourful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at these colours. Like, I love that some of the artists are more realistic and then some of them are so much more like this and just like really artworky, just really like they're really just going into the creativity of it. And oh my gosh, look at that. And this one. So I'm going to finish the video here, but if you'd like to see more of this book, please let me know. I have 4 of these books, and you know, there's still so much more of these. This is so big. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something about dinosaurs maybe.